Welcome, people of Gotham. The time has come. The teaser trailer for the Penguin series is here. And for those of you who got the news recently that the Batman has been delayed till who knows when, 2026 and so on, this is the bit of the Matt Reeves universe that we're just hoping is going to fulfill that empty gap that is sitting in our souls. And well, there's been a lot of good trailers this week, but this definitely, for me, is my most anticipated. So let's watch it, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot to discuss afterwards.
When I was a kid, there was a gangster, real old school type,
It's good to see him
Rex
again.
Calabrese. He was a big deal. He helped people. You saw you on the street, he call out to you. When I'm 14 or something, he has a heart attack and dies. Still holding a cigar. In my neighborhood, they throw a parade in his honor. A friggin' parade. I know it wasn't
It's
fancy,
so good.
but it was a gesture. A show of love. Of what he meant. Can you imagine to be remembered like that?
It's just good to be back. That whole teaser is literally just Colin Farrell's Penguin telling us a story. And if it was just him telling us that story without all the intercuts of little things going on, by itself, amazing. Just the weight behind his words and the sense. The music choices were great. Just that swelling sound. It's definitely got gangster vibes. It's definitely got crime, Gotham, underground feel. It's exactly what I'm looking for from a Gotham series. As far as a teaser goes, everything I want. It's everything I want in a teaser, because I loved the Batman movie. A lot of people were a bit iffy about it. I chatted to some people who were like, blah, blah, blah. I thought Robert Pattinson as the Batman, this youngish, not quite new, but relatively new, finding his feet, rock star status Bruce Wayne, the combination of everything that we're creating with his character, and the first 10 minutes of the Batman for me were perfect. That sense of fear that people have of the shadows because of Gotham, because of Batman's existence. It just was peak for me. And one of the highlights of the Batman was Colin Farrell, who I still struggle to believe is behind that Penguin. I don't know how it is him, but it is him. I wouldn't ever guess. If I saw him in the streets, I'd be like, this is just a random dude who's obviously been through a lot, and I want to stay away from. Apparently, he actually dressed up when he was figuring out the feel for the Penguin. He went out into like cafes and stuff as character with the makeup and everything on to see if people would recognize him and how they'd react, and no one recognized him, and it's not surprising. Just awesome. And I can't wait to see what else we've got from this series, because like I said, it's a long time before we get anything from the Batman, because it's coming out in 2026 for their own reasons. They said it was because of the writer strikes and so on. Maybe indirectly, but the fact that they pushed it for a year, I don't think that's the main reason they've pushed it back. I think they just like that October slot that it's in, and they want to put it for the next year at the same time. It's a long time, and as a result, this is just the meat that I need, and I hope that it's robust and that there's at least 8 episodes. Max, HBO Max, has such a great track record of quality series, and the fact that they put up their another chapter in the Batman saga, for me, makes me feel really excited about that. This is a continuation of the story we saw, and seeing how his rise to power comes to be, because he's not really the main henchman in the Batman until the end, when Falcone gets wiped out. He's kind of, there's a power play happening there, and he's looking to take up that gap. But this is an opportunity to see what he does and how deep he gets and how intense it can get. I know I liked the Gotham series that came out a while ago, but it felt like at times just campy and kitschy. It had cool things to it, where this feels serious. This feels, as the Matt Reeves Batman movie was, a very grounded take on a Gotham in a different way to the Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan Batman that we saw, which also was grounded, but in a different kind of way. This is the whole world is grounded in a way where it's almost like characters could exist that were potentially a little bit more out there, but not necessarily as far as the comics take them. I wouldn't be able to necessarily see like a traditional Poison Ivy in this, or a traditional Mr. Freeze in this, but like they did with the Riddler, it was a slight different take on that. In this trailer, we also see him walking with a little limp thing, that whatever it is on his foot, and there's a lot of elements that still have to come into it. I mean, his classic top hat. There's been some behind the scenes shots and stuff of him like wearing his more traditional penguin outfit, and that's exciting to see. Little development moments, the ticks, the things that make up his character. We haven't seen the penguin really outside of the series, the Gotham series. We haven't seen it since Tim Burton's movies, and it's just really cool to see him done this way, because this feels more like the Arkham Asylum games, which had the penguin as this glass bottle-eyed, crazy, very campy, but still grounded in a way, penguin. So I'm really looking forward to this series. I can't wait for it to come out. It's everything I want it to be. In the tone, in the feel. It almost feels like this could fit very easily with the Joker, for example, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. It's parallel, even though they're Elseworld, Batman's at a very different stage in his life compared to the Joker, and it couldn't really work timeline-wise, but the same feel, and I love that. It's just awesome, and I can't get enough of Colin Farrell as the Penguin, so I'll probably watch this again a few more times to just absorb it all. But I would love to know what you guys think about this, because are you excited about this series? Do you think it's got potential? Are you looking forward to it? Do you think that Colin Farrell was great as the Penguin, or do you think, he was a bit of a cheap character? I don't know. I've heard people say that, but I thought it was awesome. I thought it was just really, really good. Let me know in the comments below, and catch you next time for another trailer review.